Hey guys, how you all doing? Welcome to the Iron to Gold mid lane power rankings for October. Who wants to start? Who do we reckon is number one?
Taco.
Why?
I'll start with mine. I have Taco first. And he's good. Mechanical player. He's got a good champ pool. Pretty consistently good in the lane phase at least. Whether that ends up translating into a victory for his team is kind of coin flippy because some of the people on his team's roster are kind of coin flippy. And so like that kind of sort of win lane lose game sort of thing, right? Morgana One Trick is similar reasons as Taco, very solid laner. His champ pool's a little worse, but his team's roster is a lot stronger, and so he gets a lot more consistent results. Got Trash Can third. Basically the same reasons as two above, except I think his champ pool's a lot worse. He seems to only really pick the brain dead meta picks, like, Ori, Syndra.
Your brain dead.
So he's a good mechanical player. Doesn't really seem to play one role too often or too frequently, and I think that definitely hurts him. He could probably be higher in the standings if he actually mained mid. And then next is Envy, and I mean, it's Envy. Then we got Orphans. He like decent at assassins, but like the kid's just got like, I don't know, the dude just sees red. Like he's always going in, always trying to fight, and it just like he ends up fucking himself over by taking like really bad fights. And it's like the same in his lane phase, like when he's trading. It just takes like really bad fights. Like it's almost like it's disrespectful. Like he just is too self-confident maybe. He also counterpicks himself a lot. For whatever reason, he likes picking Vlad into Orianna, and that's a pretty clear Vlad counter, but he picks it anyway, and he loses anyway, so that's obviously not something you'd want in a mid laner. And then I had Brayden X last, just below Coach Nova. Last two, pretty hit or miss. Either of them could be in either of each other's spots. I'd slightly put Coach Nova above him though, just because I think Nova's got a better champ pool than Brayden.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's between Taco and Envy for number one in the list. Griff, you've put Envy at number one. Why do you think he's
It says in
good?
brackets.
Why do you think he's there on a good day?
Well, because if Envy actually gets his champions that he plays, and he's not just inting for some reason, which occasionally he'll do, he will play the best out of anyone that I see in Iron to Gold. Keep in mind, I don't watch a whole lot of Iron to Gold because they're all really bad. And there's some interesting gameplay. But from what I do see of it, and when I used to play in it, Envy was always pretty good.
Yeah, but not now. No offense, my
Not
dude.
now. I'd say Envy's gotten better now, if anything.
What?
Yeah, I'd say he's gotten better now too. The man's actively looking for a new team to play for, and he's actually trying, to make himself known and like available for some teams. It's just whether teams want to pick him up or not, if they have availability for him. That's pretty much it.
I think a lot of people rate Envy lower in tier lists or skill than he actually is, just because of how his personality, I'll say. Because he's very confident in himself, which makes people want to, when he doesn't do as well, it comes off worse. Whereas the people that don't talk themselves up but don't ever perform don't get called out as much. So you just notice Envy when he does badly more than you do other people.
True.
I think his attitude's gotten better as well, though.
Yeah, he's been bullied too hard.
Slightly. Alright, well, it's between Envy and Taco for number one.
Only reason I wouldn't give it to Taco is because he roll swaps every other month.
Well, I didn't put Taco on my list because the 2 weeks that he did play mid from the games I collected, he wasn't. One of them, it looked like he ran it down a bit, and the other, he was on Cassidy, so like it's a bit hard to get a lead for yourself. But like, yeah, it didn't look like he was in a position to carry either of the games. Whereas Envy's been pretty solid, so alright. I sort of want to put Envy above Taco.
I don't know. Looks like there's 4 people Taco, but
You guys adamant on Taco number 1?
Yes.
yeah, I don't feel like Envy's number 1, but he's
Okay.
definitely top 3.
Okay.
I mean, the
Well, it's
first
Envy
3
and Morgana
places
one
are pretty
trick
close.
next by the looks of it. Looking at
Yeah.
most people. Oh, Envy, Morgana one trick or CSO.
You would have to compare the two together because Morgana one trick does play mid and they do play support, but it's just like, are they primarily a mid laner or are they primarily a support player?
Even from like the TTE team with CSO and Morgana one trick, I think CSO is the better mid laner out of the two,
Yeah.
personally. But then again, I don't play the lane. It's just his champ will synergize is better
Yeah.
with the rest of his team.
Sorry,
No,
I've
that's
been
pretty accurate.
watching YouTube for the past 2 hours.
Right.
What do you
Yeah.
reckon?
I agree. Morgana one trick is the worst of the two compared to CSO. But I think the reason CSO goes AD is because maybe Morgana one trick can't play AD, and so he just ends up filling the role that's left.
Do you reckon CSO is better than Morgana one trick?
In the mid lane, yeah.
Well, this is the mid lane thing. Yeah, okay. So it's either
So
CSO
Envy or CSO then?
Yeah, exactly.
I'd put Envy over CSO just because it's the sort of similar thing with like Jets, like Tacos, like they just roll swap so much. It's like I feel like when you're like doing a mid lane tier list, you kind of want to put people in it that actually play the role, not they filled 1 week and managed to pop off. You know what I mean? Like people that actually work at the role, play the role, and do it consistently.
Have sex with the
And I agree with the criticisms that Envy is one of the more consistent mid laners. When he does get his champs, that is. If he gets random shit like, I don't know, Samira,
Corky.
maybe not.
Yeah, when you put him on Cassiopeia, that man always does consistently well in that champion. It always looks like a bit of a threat when he plays it as well.
Okay.
He's a very safe laner, so anything with good scaling will be good for
Yeah.
him.
I've seen a fair few Envy into Cassiopeia. But yeah.
I think his worst champion by far is Oriana, but other than that, he's
You
really,
reckon?
really stable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, okay.
What about third, fourth? Do we want CSO and then Morgana one trick here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two are pretty close in terms of like, well, I'd say CSO is probably about 15% better than Morgana in terms of overall raw mechanics. It's just
Yeah.
Morgana is just good.
Well, a few of us, more than half of us have Morgana one trick over CSO on our lists. And
Yeah,
there's
but we
also
changed our
Orphan and
mind.
Trash Can to contest for this spot, I guess.
I feel like it's out of the T League people, the CSO or Morgana.
I would put CSO there because when he plays the game for Team Tristana, is at a different level. It's more, what's the word I'm looking for? More
Lethal.
cohesive as a team when they play together with CSO on the roster. When they have like Morgana one trick playing mid, yeah, it's good, solid. When it plays the support, very good. But when you have CSO that can go from AD carry in the mid lane and still play at a really high level in both roles, he brings a lot to the table for his team and what he can and can't do. So, yeah, I would probably put CSO there definitely over Morgana.
Okay.
If you want someone to actively win you a game pretty hard, then yeah, CSO. But if you want like a more supportive type mid laner, then Morgana one trick is very good. Morgana mid, Gallia mid, always playing utility for the team. And he does it pretty damn well, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we agree somewhat so far. What about fifth? Personally, for me, it would be either Hirogi or I'm the Nampej. What do you guys think?
All I know is that I'm the Nampej ins me every time I play with him, so
Alright, well,
Yep, fair point.
reckon-
Alright, well, he's not fifth then.
I reckon none of them.
Who do you reckon,
Um,
Kusho?
I don't know. I like trashing mid.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I left trash.
And
Yeah,
I also like Orphans. I don't think Orphans that bad. Like, he does do well.
I'd probably put Hiroge there.
You reckon?
Yeah. Like once
Yeah.
again, he's a strong mechanical player that has good game knowledge, and
Yeah.
he's not going to lose you a game. Like if you were to compare Trash Can and Hiroge together, Trash Can he'll do a bunch of more wacky plays that'll cost you the game, but Hiroge is more consistent and doesn't
Mhm.
make as many mistakes, and is overall a more solid player than Trash Can.
Yeah.
Trash Can he's a bit of a full fun player.
Yeah. Well, Hirogi's a jack of all trades. Like, he can
Yeah.
go in any role and do well. But I don't know. Like what G-Bear said. Yeah, it's lane swaps all the time. I don't even remember him playing a mid game, to be honest. I just remember him playing 80 top. So I can't say anything about that.
His team likes to do that wheel thing, and I guess maybe he ended
Yeah,
up mid
they
lane.
don't do it anymore though.
I
Just
mean, they
stop
did
that.
in
So
the
why we did it
events
tonight?
that we gathered these games from. I think that's
Yeah,
probably
well, it's
why
been a
he's
month,
listed as
yeah.
both a mid and a top.
True.
Sparky, what do you think? You've put Trash Can over Hirogi. Sparky's AFK, I guess.
We sleeping on Orphans?
I think offense is good. It's not completely there yet. It's like a really top tier mid laner.
He shoots
What?
himself in the foot every time I see him play.
Yeah.
Either his picks or the way he decides to play the lane. Like, we're not really using tonight's games as an example, are we?
No.
Well, I can't think of an example, but he shoots himself in the foot, picking Vlad into Ori. That's dumb as fuck. And he spams the Kali and solo queue, so people are just gonna ban it.
Yeah, it's more of like a champion pool issue than like
Mhm.
yeah.
Griff, do you
Well, he
agree
just-
Vlad into Ori's a terrible matchup? Or what are your thoughts?
No, really bad. Ori outranges him, is gonna outbully him. Vlad only wins by sustaining. Ori can also get more prio on the wave, especially early game. Vlad's gonna struggle to farm up the tower. If he eats the back wave, he's like fucked. Most bad Vladimirs do. Yeah, Ori just straight up wins that. I'd argue she even scales a bit better.
So Trashy or Hirogi, is that what we're at?
Alright, well can we get some votes for it? My vote would be Hirogi out of the two.
Yeah, Hiroge.
Kusho, what do you think?
Alright, skip me. I'll get back to you.
Alright, well we got two for Hirogi. G-Bear, Griff.
I'm gonna say trash can.
I haven't actually seen Trash Can play mid before, so Hirogi.
I actually have not seen Hirogi. Oh, I probably have, but I don't remember it. Like, I know that Hirogi's mechanically probably I don't know, maybe not the best Iron to God, but he's definitely up there.
He's second to Taku. Taku's superior.
Yeah.
Either way.
I didn't want to say he's number one just because I don't fucking really know. But, yeah. I reckon he's the best. So, yeah. Put Hirogi, go for it.
Alright, do we want Trash Can here?
Yeah, I'm happy
I
with
want
Trash
him
Can.
there. Yeah. Trashy's is good.
Alright, two more spots. Who have we got left? I'm the Nampej.
Personally, I'd put Coach Nova in one of those spots.
Yeah.
Good. Vibes. Why do you think Nova? The only reason I didn't have Nova on my list is because the only champion I've seen him play is Victor. I don't necessarily think Victor's the best champ at the moment, and he hasn't had a chance to like scale up to the point where he can show his skill on the champ.
Oh, I know he plays more Azir than he does Victor. But I don't know, he just has a lot more game knowledge than probably every other mid on the list because he like actually practices coaching teams and has coached teams for ages. That usually helps a lot in a team, in a 9 to gold especially.
Oh yeah, big time.
Sometimes, you know, his mechanics get screwed over in his game knowledge, but you know, that just happens.
Okay. Well, Sparky and Griff both have Orphans and Nova 5th, 6th. G-Bear, you have Orphans over Nova as well. Yeah, alright, so do we want to do Orphans 7th, Nova 8th?
I think someone's messed with my list because for some reason Envy's on it again and I didn't do that.
Wait,
Nah,
Envy on a good day, is that Envy on a bad day?
I didn't put second Envy on the list. I just left
Oh,
Envy
okay.
on a good day.
Wait. You didn't put 2 NVs?
No.
It's been like that for a really long time, and I thought you did it on purpose.
No. I just did it once at the start. And then...
Okay. Never mind then.
But
Um,
I'm okay.
Coach
with
Nova's
that.
meant to be above Orphans on my list.
Okay.
Because also partly because I don't know who Orphans is.
Alright, so
The Stormwall's mid.
I guess
Yeah.
in that case I could
Lee.
agree to go with 7th Nova and 8th Orphans. I had Braden X and Good Vibrations, and I'm the Nampage all on my list. I'm the Nampage isn't a mid main though. Braden has a small champ pool and Good Vibrations. He hasn't had great performances.
Yeah. Also a little bit of an attitude problem. But I'm happy with going. What's his name? Fucking Orphans and Nova. Not necessarily in that order, but them two at the last spot for sure. Just whether we want Orphans or Nova above.
The only reason why I put Orphans above Nova is because I believe I've seen more of Orphans lately than I have Nova.
Yeah.
Nice of you to join us there, Sparky.
My Discord's lagging. I've heard bits and pieces of conversations.
That's alright. So
What are we thinking?
Not everyone's happy with this.
I'm happy with Orphans being 8th at least. Because
Yeah,
he has
no,
he has the mechanics, but he kind of falls under Coach Nova, like everyone said. Coach Nova with the game knowledge and not so much the mechanics, but the game knowledge overall is super important for his team and what he can provide for his team. Orphans is like the kind of a smaller champion pool, but has like the mechanics to back it up. It's just a little rough for him to do stuff. Like Galaxy Bear said before, when he picks a bad matchup, it's really bad for him. He can't do anything to help save his lane matchup at all.
Okay.
As an upcoming either gold mid laner, I think Orphans should be solid on 8th spot. I think he's someone to look out for. If he proceeds to do good or bad, is just keep an eye on him.
Alright, well I'm happy with that then as well.
Anyone want
Nova.
to shout out anyone that's not on the list?
Orphans' parents.
Shout out to my boy Wicked from Lo-Fi. You're a mad lad.
Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a like and hit that subscribe button.
Oh, what about Extra? Give him a little kiss on the lips.
Yeah, and shout out to Extra Resistance, the best fiddlestick sign to go.
Yeah, he's #1 if he plays fiddle.
Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a good one, and we'll catch you later.